Okay, right, good evening everyone, how's it going? It's been a little while since I've been on stream. Let me know if everything's sounding okay. Sort of taking a little break for the last couple of days, I think a week. But here we are back again, going to be building some more of Walhampton today. But then I also plan on going on to a bit of Europa 4, giving that another little go again, because I've been asked quite a few times now to carry on playing that one through. So I thought, you know what, why not have another go at it? Everything's sounding good, perfect, excellent. Because I've been messing around with my mic a bit more lately. For the last video I put out, I spent ages post-processing all sorts of audio on it because I'm so self-conscious of how it sounds these days. But that is how it is when it comes around to making videos. You never really know how a video is going to go, so you start worrying about every little piece of it, and it's just like, oh man, please stop. But anyway, so tonight, guys, we're going to, like I said, carry on building some more Walhampton. If I get up on the map. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. So I was going to put a pub up in this corner here, is what I was saying. And down here, we're going to build the Vicarage tonight, which should be quite good to do. But yes, so trying to get back into it. It's been, I think, a week. Yeah, now we can. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. Instead of pressing 1 on my keyboard to turn it on to Minecraft from this screen, I ended up pressing 7 because that's mute button. So yeah, that's my go-to button when anything happens in here. But yeah, so like I said, we are going to be building a bit more tonight. Let me show you what I'm going to be building. I think it's on this button over here. Let's start up on the Chrome. Oh no, that's mid-twitters. There we go. So we're going to be building this lovely creamy building right here with the white details around it. I'm trying to get the best picture of it. The better view is in Street View. Well, not in Street View, in 3D mode like this. And you can see it's quite a nice little building. It'll fit quite nicely in this spot here. And what it will do is break up the street a little bit as well, because we've got quite a lot of brick going on down here already. And we've got a bit of a white contrast here in the middle, which is quite nice. But if we get some more sandy colours in, I think it will look a bit, a bit nicer, a bit more like what we got off over there. So that should be good. And then the next question really is what to put in here. Now I do have a house in mind. It's also going to be a creamy coloured one as well, to break up this brick, and that sort of white there, because next door to this is going to be the school, which is going to be all brick and quartz pretty much. So you know how it goes. It's going to be quite a brick heavy area, this. Now what I've also been doing is doing a bit more research on how the workhouse is going to look. So I've actually discovered the entire floor plan for it, because it turns out this building, the one in Lymington that we've been to before, sorry, this building here, we'll go to it in a second, is actually built off an actual standardized design. And I think it was called the 200 Pauper Workhouse, and it was built in 1834. There it is. And this is what's left of it. I mean, the whole building's pretty much there. It's in quite good condition. It's now been turned into flats after becoming the infirmary for a bit. But yeah, so we're going to build that one over in this spot. Now I'm debating what colour to do it in. I'm not sure if it was actually white originally, or if it was, brick. But yeah, oh hey, what's going on? Back from the dead, are we? I mean, yesterday was quite touch and go. I decided to have quite an exuberant sort of Saturday night, and Sunday was very much a day of rest for me. And by rest, I mean I didn't move from the sofa until I moved back into my bed around about 5 o'clock, where I stayed until I fell off to sleep and woke up this morning feeling much better. I hadn't actually eaten for nearly 36 hours when I had breakfast today, so it was kind of I was feeling quite weak. I haven't fully recovered yet, but yeah. How about a nice stone? A nice stone. You're probably my favourite streamer, which is not that hard because I don't go on Twitch often, but just for you. Oh, thank you. That's good to hear, actually. It's nice. It's nice to bring back some sort of reality into this again. How about a nice stone? I don't know. I do think it was actually painted. Every picture I found of it, it's quite white in comparison. Now, it doesn't look like it's brick. Brick would look quite dark in the picture still. It does look like it's got stucco on it, but it clearly hasn't got stucco on it. It's like a actual painted brick. So, I don't know. I was thinking maybe to mix some white concrete with some quartz bricks or something like that. Might have been grey or just white. Yeah, that's the thing. It probably was grey. So we could... Do you know what? We could do it. And this is what I was talking to MS Builds about the other day. Maybe a mixture of some greys. And it will give it a bit more austere look to it, won't it? So we could do maybe a palette of this. We could try and mix it all together. I don't really know. I like the concrete powder. I do like that concrete powder. And I think that concrete powder mixes well with a bit of... Yes. Maybe for some darker accents or something. That would look quite interesting, I think. Quartz brick and bone. Yeah, we could... Again, we could do that. So we've got quartz bricks over here. I've already distracted myself and you guys from actually what I wanted to do tonight. But that's fine by me. We know what's going to happen. Could use a bit of quartz, maybe even bone, like you were saying. Yes. I wonder what snow would look like. I think snow looks too blue, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't know if I want to go pure as per the image of today. I do like the quartz bricks. I'm not too keen on mixing it with the bone. I don't know if that's the right texture we're going for. Yeah, it's a bit of a hard one. Dead coral will work nice too. Bone sideways. That's a good idea. Bone sideways. Still, not 100% sure that blends that well. Do you know how to fix the lighting glitch where all the roof of my builds have gone random shadows? Unfortunately, that is just an issue with Minecraft. I can show you right now, actually, on the map. You can see down here, there's like a little square of just lost lighting. Don't know why it happens. It just seems to happen every so often, so it's a little bit annoying. It moves. Every time you sort of have the server restart or something else happens on the server, these little squares move about the place. You end up with broken lighting. Look, there we go. There's another one over there. So I don't know. Each chunk seems to just have an issue sometimes. You know Phelps, right? I know. I follow him on the Twitters. Oh, on I guess Twitter as well. Definitely on Instagram. He's pretty good at building. Yeah, he's nice. It's often due to half slabs. It is also due to half slabs. Now, I am thinking a nice grey like that. That sort of level of greyness over there. Big, austere building staring back at us. Showing you that if you don't do well in the school, you'll end up in there, a pauper, living your life behind those doors, making stuff for people. And then you'll just end up in the graveyard over here. Oh God, we got very dark very quickly. Yeah, these poor people. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the server tour that I put out over the weekend. Everyone's been amazing this sort of last month. We've had so much built. I couldn't fit it all in, unfortunately. I'm trying to keep my videos a good length these days. Otherwise, you spend, too long, and people aren't interested most of the time. So we've got a solid 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes, I think it was, of view time on it this time around. So I can't say I'm unhappy with that. That's a good level of watch time. So thank you all for who actually did watch it. I'm trying my best to make them as interesting as possible. So this time around, I obviously did a little bit different with the intro. I thought that was quite a fun little joke. I hope you guys didn't think it was too inappropriate for YouTube, but yeah, I don't know. I just went to those baths in Cheddar and suddenly went, oh, let's put a pair of Speedos on and just cruise around the place. But yeah, good evening. Yes, good evening. How are you guys? It's gonna take a little while, I reckon, to get a few people back in to the streams again. It's really hard. I noticed this last time I stopped streaming for a week or two. You suddenly lose everyone because they're like, oh, he's not online. Ooh. And it's like, oh, but please don't go anywhere. I will be back. But you guys seem to have joined me, so that's always good. What I'm doing here is just straightening up a few of these areas so we have this. I think that should be okay like that, because the school's going to go here. Then we have another row of houses up through there. There is so much left to build. That video intro was 10 out of 10. Oh, thank you. It was quite something, wasn't it? Gee, God, yeah. I don't regret making it. Let's just say that. There are many regrets in my life. Making that video intro was not one of them. It was on the next level of just, oh my, oh okay. I then asked every builder on my server to make themselves a Speedo skin, so we're going to have that going on at some point as well. That's going to go down like that. So what I'm doing is just trying to fix this road up so I can have it ready for the building to come through. You never want to sort of start building on something that isn't prepared properly. So this all needs to come down one block still. Yeah, so it's just like idea like this. Just saw that intro for the first time. Brilliant. Oh, excellent. Thank you. Yeah, it's I think it definitely divided people's opinion straight away. I can tell from the audience retention. There is a massive drop off within the first 10 seconds. I'm like, yeah, YouTube's not going to promote this video now, but oh well. And that's how finicky and fickle people are, unfortunately. They don't want to sit through that sort of thing, and the video will suffer for it, but to be honest, it was worth the joke. So that all needs to stay at that level, yeah. So the road comes in like that. Okay, we'll shave this off a little bit. Like so. Oh, that's where the original road was going to be. So that all needs to go up at some point. So at some point along this road as well, I think it's when it goes over on that side, the pavement becomes one with the ground, and then it suddenly disappears into an obscure corner. And MS Builds has joined. Good evening. And yeah, so it becomes a bit more rural on the way out of town, which is, yeah, the sort of thing you want to do. The sort of thing you need on the way out of town so it feels a bit more interesting, a bit more... I don't know what I'm saying again. But yeah, so let's get this road finished. So what I'm going to do quickly is just stack this down so I don't have to hand place it, because my hands are hurting today. That's not in any weird way, they're just aching. As builds has joined to build 10 buildings in the time you build one. Oh, I didn't expect to be ridiculed like that in my own stream straight away. Oh. No, I know, the jokes are there. It's very much true that I can barely build in a stream. But MS Builds can literally whack out entire towns in the time it takes me to build maybe a road. A road of just nattering and conversation. But yeah, I don't play it much. So when you see me on stream building, that is pretty much the only time I'm on at the moment. It's a little bit annoying, but that's all the time I've got a second. But tonight I will be wasting some time by doing some Europa as well, because I've been requested quite a few times now to get another stream of that on the go, and I feel the need just to play something slightly different as well. It always helps get your creative juices flowing once more, so you don't really lose interest on what you're trying to do. So this road needs to come down again. Yes. I guess it's the same for this bit. I'm trying to work out what the levels are doing here. What have I missed? Not much. We've only just really started. Say that we're 20 minutes in, but we have only just started. I've just done my usual intros. I've built a house from pink terracotta. Good lord. Does your mother know you've done that? That sounds nice. That sounds like an interesting one. I'm quite a big fan of pink terracotta. I think it looks quite nice if done correctly. It's got that slightly off pink colour to it. That's purple. Where's pink? Ooh, yeah, it can be quite a handy block. That's definitely quite a nice pink. I play some shapes.io. It's a fun factory building game. Okay. Sounds interesting. Is that my polite way of saying I don't know what that is? Yes, that is my polite way of saying I don't know what that is. But yeah, so as always, I've been searching the Google Maps for ideas for builds. I like to keep it all a little bit interesting, so we're not always just building from one place. So obviously I usually build stuff from Lymington. This time around, I'm going to be building a building from Walhampton. Like I said, just to keep it a little bit more interesting for you guys. Or myself, I haven't really decided yet. Move one, there we go. Actually, does that need to bend anymore? No, it does straighten up at this point. But yeah, so we got a few people watching already, which is always nice. Yeah, so this road sinks in here because it's now on par with that one. Pavement's going to come through. There can be a slight little gap. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think if we shave this one back a little bit, at least a plot width, back to where that road is. So yeah, this is why it takes me a while to get things done. I like to try and figure out the roads and all of that first before I really start committing to a build. So I'm going to move this one down. Minus air. But yeah, what have you guys been up to then? Anything interesting over the last week or so? Like I said, I've been just very busy with work and partying. So that's unfortunately where all my time went. And I do apologise, but that is life. Just gone back into sixth form. Oh, right, yes. The schools have started up again. Oh, yes. See, I remember going back to school and that. I liked it. And looking back on it, I do really quite miss some aspects of, I think, college more than school. But, yeah, it was all good fun and games in the end of the day. Just regular old school and homework. Yeah, that's what you gotta forget about now. Just finished homework and have some... Oh, lovely. See, for me, obviously, I don't have summer holidays as such anymore. I don't have children. I don't have anything to do with school. So, for me, it's a case of work through summer and then potentially have a week off in September at some point. I say that, incidentally, I actually have got next week off. So, hopefully, I can get quite a bit built, he says. I don't think I will. For me, even the week off ends up being a sort of mix mash of doing things around the house and trying not to sit at the computer desk for 8 hours every day still, because yes, I do work from this desk and it does get a bit on the samey, looking at the same wall outside rather than being outside sort of motif. But yeah, right, this should be almost there. Everything just needs to be built back up against it. Like I said before, I think this is going to be more Edwardian type houses along here, and there'll be some bigger houses as it goes out. There will be a small little pub on the corner here next to the works house, and then along this road, this side will be some more Victorian terraces. So it's going to be quite nice, quite different around here. I'm back in class training to be a teacher, so I feel like I'm painting... Oh, right, okay. Yeah, am I a bad guy? It all depends on how you treat your students, I would say. So when I was at school, I wasn't the best in the sense of I got bored quite easily, but I'm not going to toot my horn, but I am quite intelligent. So getting bored and being quite intelligent is a recipe for annoying teachers, but also engaging with teachers in debates about all sorts of things. And yeah, they liked me for it, but they also hated me for it because I would disrupt the class, but I would always ask very, very important and very topical and just, yeah, good questions that they would always feel the need to answer and debate with me about. But yeah. Okay, I think we're getting some more structure in here now. I am trying to... no, I know what's going to go there. Do I? So there's going to be a row of houses down here as well, directly opposite the workhouse. And then there'll be a couple of houses here, I think, because the school's going to probably stretch up to where the road changes, maybe a bit before. It's all about squeezing in as much development in here as possible, because this is like a lot later. I think I've mentioned this is, yeah, like the 19th century sort of expansion of this place. So you've got the George and Hart down that way, and you've got this bit up through here, which is a lot later and a lot more Victorian. Right, we're going to have to build this bit up, I think. Where does that level change? Okay. When are you going to start building buildings? Once I finish putting the road in. That's always the way with this. I don't know yet. Within the next 10 minutes, probably. I just want to get this road in place. a lot of town building stuff is all about actually building the town. It's never, I find, really about the individual buildings as much. For me, I do a lot of planning, and without the planning you would really be quite lost when tackling something this size. I know I get lost so easily with where to do things and what to do, so if you don't plan correctly at first, you are going to suffer. Yes, plans can change over time, that's perfectly acceptable, but if you don't plan it out right, then yeah, it's a recipe for disaster, to be honest. So keep that in mind if you are ever building a town. Never really rush the planning aspect of it. Yes, you can sort of cheese it, let's say, but honestly, I would always make sure you get a good old plan in place first. Like this, it's an interesting little one. So this road straightens up about here. I may, do we want to pull that back in? No, it does get a bit wider down here. A bit more of the main section. And then a lot of the time I'm too lazy to use weld edit, so I just break things by hand and slow the whole process down, but hey, that's just me. You have to go. Okay, no worries. Well, it's nice of you to pop by still. I'm sure you can catch up later on over on WBC Streams, the lovely new channel where I host all of my stream content. Did I just do a plug for my... Yeah, I did. Do we want to spend it in there? Let's have a look. Does straighten out quite a bit there. Do I want it to do that? I don't know. I don't know anything. Right, let's just bring it in here. We can still keep it as changing slightly differently. Gives a bit more of an impact there. Let's just build that on top, like so. Is this gonna be 3 wide? Yeah, it can. Well, let's say it shrinks down to 2 wide at this point. We're coming out of town now. So yeah, that goes onto that road, and that's the main road out of town. Perfect stuff. Okay, we nearly got our plot ready now to start building in. So what I'm going to do next is just change this all up to some slabs, so we can get a good old look at that. So I'm going to grab out a notepad with everything written on, so I can get that copied and pasted in. But yeah, so a lot of you probably, well, I don't know if a lot of you do know, but I do post and talk about how I go running every couple of days. Well, it's every other day it has been for the last 5 months. I've done myself in with an injury now. My foot don't work properly, and it happened on Friday, and now I'm in not agony, but I can't walk very well, and I'm gonna have to give up running for a little bit, which is annoying because it's one of those daily routine things, like, well, weekly routine things that have got me out of bed, let's say. And yeah, it's been quite painful, and I've had to have like my foot up on my desk a lot during the day while working, just to make sure it isn't swelling up too much. I don't know if I can do that on stream as such, because I'll end up like sitting all the way back over here, which it doesn't really help too much, but you see how it goes. But yeah, so I've been pretty lucky so far. I think what happened was I came down a bit too hard on it. Well, it's actually been sitting there sort of festering, not festering, building up on it. I felt something on Wednesday when I was out running, and I was like, okay, this is all right, it'll be fine. Then come Friday, and it's now, yeah, something's gone. Something twinged, something went twang, and it went, oh, okay. So yeah, for me, I've used running as my main way of losing weight. I've managed to lose about 20 kilograms this year, or as we like to say, about 3 stone. So I'm very, very happy with that. For me, it's always been a real hard thing to lose any weight, just from my sort of inactive lifestyle as such. But since lockdown, I went, yeah, I need to get out, do some bit more exercise, sort myself out a little bit better. And I got to say, I am the happiest I've been about it ever. So yeah, It's good. It's worth doing. If you haven't, if you've been putting off that sort of running, that sort of exercise aspect for years and years and years, when you finally get around to doing it, you sort of go, what was all the fuss about? What was I resisting this for? This is actually quite fun and quite easy. And I'm seeing the rewards for it now. So, yeah, I recommend to anyone that's been putting it off, go for it, because you don't know what you're missing out on. Right, so that's that crazy bit of road. We'll stick that, change that a little bit. Yeah, I don't like it when it does that. Oh, I don't know, it does give a little bit of a deviation, a bit of difference. Yeah, but it looks wrong, so let's change that. I think I saw another one down there. And then, yes, we'll get on to the building of the buildings. Hey, what's on the agenda today? So the agenda today is to build the vicarage for our church, and then possibly finish up the houses over there. But I have promised I'm going to move on to a bit of Europa after we've finished the main part of the building tonight, if we have time, mainly because people have been asking for it for quite a while again. And I've been like, yeah, I'll get onto that soon. I haven't got onto it, so I think it'd just be a case of us playing an hour or so of that, get a bit more lore written for the server. So if anyone isn't familiar with it, Europa Universalis is a grand strategy game. Huge open, you get the whole world to pretty much colonize and conquer from the 15th century, so 1444, all the way up until the Victorian period. Well, the end of the Napoleonic Wars. So it's actually really, really fun. And the idea is, with that game, I'm then taking everything that happens in it and turning it into the lore that writes itself for the world here. So we'll see how it goes tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow. But if you guys don't want to stick around for that, I will be streaming some more building again tomorrow night. Yes, right. Okay, is that a big enough plot? I don't know. I do kind of want to include this area as a garden, maybe. What we might do is have that bit there, and then it'll be a step down into the garden. But there's definitely enough space to put a house on the end here, I think. So let's put a bit of a pavement in here. See how that looks. I also have a funny feeling my voice might go at some point tonight. It's on that. It's feeling that sort of way at the second. But yeah, so September is here. I don't know how or when it changed, but I think it was last week some point. But yeah, so that's a fair few months now of this whole new way of lifestyle, this whole new working from home, and it's weird, so weird. I've currently got to write like my performance review, so we have to do like self-assessment performance reviews every year that our managers then read and go, is that true? And you've got to go, yeah, that's definitely true. I spent most of my time working over here on this thing. But this year it's going to be weird because everyone's going to have written the same thing on there as, I've managed to carry on working from home while all this is going on. And it's like, yeah, but saying that, it's hard to try and prove what you have been doing. But for me, I've had a lot of deadlines and a lot of deliverables, and the work's got out on time, and it's been on a high quality of work. So it's kind of like I can, I guess, write down that I've done very well in all of this. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any sort of pay rise this year for anyone. But yeah, oh, Lurky, you've subscribed. Thank you for that. That's lovely. Another subscriber. Perfect. Drainhog, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Right, that should be good there. Let me fill this in with some grass. We've got that measured up. So this is what happens when you start introducing a few little levels into your, world. In the sense of you've got a different what am I trying to say? Different gradients in the ground. So yes, people like to build on super flat worlds and that. I don't as such, because I like blending the real Minecraft landscapes into nice handcrafted ones. So you can see here that bit up there is a different level to what's over there. So you change about 3 meters at this point, mainly because the road's going up onto a hill. And I think that looks quite nice. It gives you a different aspect on here as well, as to what's the word I'm looking for? A variation, a variety in here. Oh, apart from when you fill up the hole that you need to fill up. Right. Oh, I did. I thought I did. Okay. Right, well, here we are then. Let's get building. So the house is going to sit across both of these levels. I think that'll be fine. We might just place it on a staircase up. So let's get on over to showing you guys what the building is we're going to be building tonight. And no, it's not going to be that. We're going to build that at some point soon. That's the workhouse. God, there is so much work still left to do on this area. I am dreading it. But this is the little pub I wanted to build as well. That'd be quite a nice little quaint one. Anyway, we're not doing that tonight. Tonight we are doing a building from a different town. That town being a city and that city being Southampton. So we come over here to the avenue. Oh, actually, have I shown you this road? Ah, this road. This road fills me with such happiness. Just look at this place. These buildings are gorgeous for the Victorian buildings. Oh, just look at this one. Look at this one behind this tree. Oh, we can't. Have to move down here. They're just beautiful. I love it when they've got different coloured brickwork. I love it when people are climbing out of windows trying to escape. It's always good fun, but wait for it. There's more down here. We have a house with like this beautiful Italianate tower on it. It's just like, what? This is crazy. So yeah, this is like one of my favourite roads ever, and I don't know when or where I'm going to build them. I do. It's going to be in Hampwick, but we're never going to get around to that anytime soon. There's just so much gloriness in here. Anyway, it's not those houses we're meant to be looking at today. It is a bit more of a mundane house over here. So there is a step up. Yeah, that should be okay then. We should be able to get away with that. But yeah, so it's this house. We're going to be building this one. This nice little square house with a hipped roof, made out of a nice creamy block. I think that's going to work out quite nicely in our world here. So we're going to crack on with that now, I think. How much more has MS built of this new town? Loads, yeah. You're super chill and it helps me do my schoolwork. Oh, no worries. Nice one. It's good to see that people are starting to get on board with this sort of thing. Because as we all know, I don't tend to build much. But I like to talk about building. I like to pretend to be building. I like to procrastinate building by placing in bits of wool with my bare hands. So what I am going to do quickly is change all of this up to... He's not started building yet, has he? No. Is he going to start building before 8 o'clock? It's now 5 minutes past. No. Yeah. Right, let's just fill this in. And then get the brush out. Start going through. Is that too detailed? I don't know. I like it. I think I like it. He's so undecided. Why are you so undecided all the time? I don't know. Right, there's that. Copy and paste that. Don't want a set. We want BR. We want a BR of that, and we want size 20, 10 actually. I'll do 10. Huh. Oh, hang on. I want sphere. Sorry, this is what happens if you don't play Minecraft for a week. You become very, very, very rusty. Or at least I do. There we go. Perfect. So I get into the swing of it, and then suddenly something happens where I have to stop, and then I'm like, I've lost all hope. Right, that'll be fine like that. Good. I like how it's tying in now. It's looking nice. Looking good. Hopefully we can get this built tonight. I'm sure we can. Finish those ones off. And then crack on with planning some more of this town out. But yeah, let's get going. I need to bring up this one on the screen so I can get a little clearer picture of how we're going to do it. So what I'm going to do is probably offset it at the back a bit. So measure out. Let's give it a driveway of like nearly 20 blocks. We've got all that space at the back there. That tree's in the way. So maybe 14 blocks back. Give you a nice little driveway. Now from the actual image, I reckon it's about... Gonna do my old counting trick again. Let me show you guys. So it's got coining on the side. It's got this nice crenellations on here. I guess you can call them crenellations. No, coin stones, we call them. You can't really see them. Now that texture is quite hard to achieve in just one block in Minecraft, so I may I may end up doing it as 2, I may end up doing it as 1. So let's just count that as 2, 3, and then the window at 4, 5. Yeah, okay. I think I know the shape of this one. So let's grab out some, I'm going to start off with a bit of stone, I think, and drag it across the bottom. That's 120, about 20 blocks back, isn't it? Okay, right. So I've gone for just using a neutral colour like this stone here, just to use the actual base on here. Now what we can do actually is we can put a garden wall that becomes a bit more retaining. This building can be built further down. Ooh, engineering mind at work here. Right, lovely stuff. So the garden can come back here. Again, we can have a nice wall that retains all of that land. I think there's going to be another house in there. We'll have a look. May even build a similar styled house to this one, but who knows. One technique you could use for the cornerstones on that build, I just did on the jungle plant cottage. What did you do for that? I'm going to warp sway quickly to see. I think I know. Was it using different? You were using the planks, weren't you? Logs, yeah, like that. Yeah, I mean, that could work, but this is bright white. I do want to use... actually, I've got the idea. We're going to use quartz and smooth quartz. I think that might work quite nicely. So, let's see how that goes. Yeah, I think that gives the right texture. So, it's really, really hard to try and work out how and when you can do the coining, and I think that works quite nicely. So yeah, I think that will look even better with some shaders on as well once we get around to putting them on later on. So bay window with 1 in the middle or with 2 in the middle? It's gonna have to be 2, isn't it? Gonna have to have quite wide bays. Have it like that. Yeah. And then 2 more there, and then the doorway. So yeah, this is the nice big house for the vicar who lives here, who then conducts all his sermons over there in the church. Now, I was debating whether to build this house at all because it's not of the same time period as such. It's a little bit later, but I don't think it really matters. I think it'll look quite nice still, no matter what. Yes, I never noticed how much birch plank looks like bricks. It really does, and we use it quite extensively on this server. Now, if you obviously cast your eye on this, you can see, yeah, it really does look quite a lot like it, doesn't it? So there's no other way of doing this sort of sandy brick. Yes, sandstone could work, but I'm really not a big fan of using sandstone for anything, to be honest. I think sandstone looks awful, not gonna lie. There is a few places it works, obviously, you know, some big buildings where it has all of the slabs and the stairs and that, you can look at it from a distance, but I honestly do not like sandstone much. Now, what I'm going to do for these windows is possibly use a diorite. I know people are probably throwing up in the comments now, but I think diorite works quite nicely with what I'm trying to do with this technique here. Plus, we can now put these within the walls like that. Gives you a nice little bit of texture in there, nice little bit of detail. I think underneath there we'll put a bit of quartz, break it up a little bit. Maybe not actually. Let's go for some birch bricks. But yeah, I've been using birch planks a lot lately. Okay, Flamefather 12's here with a sad face. Welcome to the stream. What's the sad face all about? Right, bring those round like that. Oh, okay. And behind it we'll put these quartz pillars in, and that will possibly make it look good still. Right. I think we could do with a bit more white around the base. Yeah, that's what I think as well. I don't know if I like these quartz, these walls. I might just use that. I think a build this sort of size probably benefits from using that. Would it be okay to give you a virtual hug? Hi, I see you aren't terraforming. I know, it's a craziness, isn't it? I should really be terraforming. You've actually missed out on some terraforming so far. I'm now getting into an actual bit of building for once. I know. Crazy stuff, ain't it? Do I go... I'm just trying to get some colours in here, some details. I don't always like using too much quartz. I think quartz does look a bit overbearing sometimes. So putting a bit of diorite in now, just to try and break that quartz motif up a little bit. Hey, is the stream going good? What did I miss? You haven't missed too much yet. What you have missed, though, is me building rather than anything else. But we're getting some good progress actually going today so far. Building what I'm going to call the Vicarage, which is the house where the vicar lives. And obviously we're building it next door to the church, which we built last time. So this should look quite nice and in fitting with the area. Hang on. How do I fix this? There's something like that. So you look at this picture. You can see I already have the idea in my head. I think I'm going to put a little bit of quartz slabs in there. I wish Mojang added some quartz walls. Don't we all? Don't we all? That gives you a little bit of depth around there. I'm not entirely sure it's needed. I don't know. Don't know. That's an odd one. Sort of just want the lintel in here. I'm using normal quartz as well, just to break it up slightly. You know what? I think that's the best we're going to get. What I could do, I don't know if it's going to work as such. It'll look a bit weird. Stop me if you think it is going to look weird. Maybe from the front it'll look alright. I don't know. Just try and break that quartz up a little bit, which is why I've gone for the normal quartz rather than the quartz walls. Could try some stairs in there. So you can see my thinking process constantly going through different ideas of how this could look and how this should look. It's all a bit of a guessing game, really, because I don't like repeating myself too often, and I like changing up a few things, stepping out my comfort zone when it comes to designs and ideas. And yeah, so I think that looks good now. So we're going to work our way up. We got possibly a free hire. Yeah, we do have a free hire, and then we need to put a cornice and a little bit of flat roof on here. So this should be in line with where the door is. So we bring that up to there. Put a cornice round like so. Probably have it like that. Might even tuck it in behind like so. Why not move the stairs out one block forward? See, the issue is you could do that, but I find you get too much overhang. I mean, you've got the corners, yes, and you possibly have those on the corner there, but I think we could try it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm also not the biggest fan of that being like that. So the idea is we've got to try and keep this as circular as possible, as bay-like as possible. Now, yeah, we'll leave those stairs there and see how that looks. Make it look like a sill. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for with the slabs earlier on, but just don't think they were gelling exactly. Yeah, I think we could go with that. Are the proportions of this correct? Let's take a quick look at the actual model one again. I think so. We'll see how it goes. May just shave a bit off the corners if we do, but yes. Right, so we've got a little bit of a porchway here. Try and keep that all lined up together. What I'm going to do is just put a little bit of detail under here. It's a bit of a Victorian build, so you've got a nice little archway under the window like that. Going to stick the doors in. Going to go for my normal double oak doors. I take it there is going to be a Vicar's prize flower garden out front. Oh, of course. I mean, he's got to win top prize for his garden, haven't he? I mean, he does tend for the churchyard as well, but yeah, there's always going to be that. And then we can go on past and he can sell you his jams and that as well. It's going to go full on local village-ness. No, it better not. That all sounds a little bit creepy. So what I'm going to do here is something I've not done before. Maybe use that as a bit of a fan light. And above that we could always put in maybe an actual piece of glass. So a lot of people always ask, like, how do you get away with making doors tall? Just add lots of little bits to it. Just help it grow up. Now I'm going to put some dark oak above there. So Minecraft doors are 2 blocks high, yes, but they generally look better when you've added a little trapdoor above it, just to give it a bit of extra height. Because in real life, I'm going to stick this on the outside now then, because that's where everything is leading up to. Because in real life, doors on these sorts of buildings are actually bigger anyway. So, yeah. Right, let's get this little flat roof on here. I'm going to flip it and see how it looks. I'm debating it's a little bit too wide, but I'm not entirely sure yet. So for the flat roof around the top here, I'm going to be using my new favourite sort of lead lining, and that is a bit of andesite. Now mixed in with that andesite, I like to put in a bit of stone bricks as well. And with this, we just get a little bit of texture in here. It's quite hard to texture a grey surface like this, but you've got a bit of a slab going on, slabness. Don't know if that's too much. It just helps break it up a little bit, so you're not constantly looking at just one grey. So let me flip this over and see. I am debating. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. So take that from there. Take that from there. Actually, we need to move back this way. We've already built the door, haven't we? So that there. We copy and paste it. Copy, flip to the right. And then come over here and paste. Okay. It is quite a big house, this. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Now, I think that's because I've gone for the big old bays down the front. I'm guessing, to be honest, it's not out of proportion as such. I think we'll just have to run with it. It's one of those Minecraft things where it's just going to be evidently larger anyway. Or what we could do is possibly move this doorway 1 block to the left. That does bring it tighter in, doesn't it? I'm not sure about this actually being... You want it kind of like that. But then I think the bays dominate too much then. Yeah, they do. It's tricky, this one. It is really tricky. We're going to have to copy and paste that again. No bother. But here's the thing, never be afraid to redo a build. Like, I have been looking at this building most of the day and trying to work out how it's going to look. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. We will see. So what happens now is I'll carry this one up. Let's just do this on the side. Hang on. There we go. I changed it out for that block just so I would make my life a lot harder. Do I want to... Yeah. Do I want to do it on that one? I think so. I think that's how the pattern's going to work. So above here is going to be the next floor. I think with everything in place, it should look alright. Take a little guiding look at it. To be honest, a vicar's going to have a big house anyway. You could do 3... Yeah, the reason I've done 4 is because of the windows upstairs. They're going to need to be 2 wide. If we do it as 1 wide, it's going to look too small. I mean, what you're saying is we could do the bay. We could move that one to the right and see what that looks like. Again, that looks nice, and I think if we... So, again, it's all about trying to figure out what sort of scale you want for your build. You can mix and match. I don't often do it. See, I think that's too skinny now. That's why a quartz wall would work better in that instance. So see what a diorite wall in here looks like. Not in fitting at all. And you end up with this here. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know about that. See, if we did that, then how would this look above? But this is the thing. So I was having a conversation earlier on in our Discord about how a lot of people do like their test builds in creative and then go off and build it in survival. That's all well and good, but I like to do my test builds in creative while building in creative, while building a town together. I don't ever like build things off camera and then just go, oh, I built this thing. I always build things live and direct. Yeah, 4 wide just looks much better, doesn't it? It does. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. So I'm just going back over to the image. Yeah, that's fine. So that's the thing. I'm sure I can make this work. It's just one of those 2 Minecraft builds. It doesn't look 100%, I don't think. Random idea, what about birch walls / fences framing the windows? What, down here? Or up here? Birch walls / fences? I'm not 100% keen on that idea. Probably just going to go for my old Trickerino here. I think what needs to happen actually is for this to get lost and move over there. Yeah, that's tightening up the sides a bit more. That looks better. No problem, just random thought. Fences in a sort of build like this I don't think would work. This building ultimately is going to be quite flat. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. If you look at the image, yeah. I mean, I'm not 100% on actually having the framing round here like this. I do overuse it a lot, so even placing it like that might look okay still. Keeps it a bit wider as well, doesn't lose that texture so much. Now above this, we're going to place... So let's have a quick little look again. There is a slight detail. Got some slabs down here. Maybe I'm going to use quartz slabs. Yeah. So that breaks that up slightly. So I know, you know, when people build in Minecraft, they love to get as much detail in as they can. Not me. I like to keep it true to form. I don't like over detailing a thing. If I feel it has over detailed, then it's ruined. I'm thinking. Yeah, you may be shouting at me for using slabs, but you're going to have to, because I hate changing out blocks. I have been using slabs already. Right, let's grab that back out. What MS Builds always says to me as well is you got to trust in the process. If a build isn't looking great from the start, you have to keep building it until you end up with a really nice looking area around the build as well. So it's not just about the one building itself, it's about how it fits in with a landscape. This building is going to offset quite well when we put some trees around it. Now the image I got on my head is obviously quite similar to this, lots of trees around the front, but I want some big trees like it's been here for a while, like the Vicar's, you know, over the last century has been planting quite a few nice trees in here. Now, I'm debating something, and that is the usage of, no, it has got detail all across all four. Interesting. I like how I counted 3 windows as 4, but we won't mention that again. So it does go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 here, isn't it? Sorry, 4 that side. Yes. Okay, so that is gonna. Yeah, I thought that would have to come in. Right, what I'm going to do now is move this all in by 1. I know we did it a minute ago and I went, but I think it's actually going to be beneficial to tidying up the lines a bit more, maybe. I don't know. Don't know, it's a tricky one, that is a tricky one. Let me redo that. And let me also do it to this one. So what I'm trying to find out is if that middle bit there is the same as the bit on the outside in terms of distance. Now, I don't think it is, but we're going to have to try and get a closer look. We could judge it on its partners down the road. I don't know. See if we can get a better picture of it somewhere. There we go. There's a better picture. Is that spacing there the same as that spacing there? The answer to that question is no. So I'm going to undo 2, and I'm going to keep it like that because I'm a sadist and I like to do things that way. Looks cramped. Yeah, it does look cramped. You are correct, and that's exactly what I was thinking. It's because we've got big bays who and that's one thing we don't want. We don't want a cramped looking building. Now obviously we've got a lot of creamy bricks going on here. It does look nice. So yeah, I think that looks good. I think it looks within proportion. So the next step is to get the cornice on. Now from what we can see here, it comes in straight under the window, or straight above the windowsill. And also what we can see, it looks like it's made out of birch itself. So for this, I may use some sandstone. Let's have a quick look. It seems to be like a nice granulated effect, so it's going to be, you know, on, off, on, off, on, off. Might use some smooth sandstone for this. Again, just to break up that birch a little bit. And it has got a nice whitish sort of colour to it still. So it should work. Obviously, because we're doing an even build here, it doesn't fit properly, so everyone's screaming. Yeah, I think that's a good texture. I think that's quite nice. Yeah, I think that works. So if we take a quick whiz at that again, yeah, that does finish like that. And it has got... Now, what do you guys think about me using black stone for the roof on this one? Looks gorgeous, thank you. I think blackstone, because I think that's quite a black looking roof. Looks good, I think, Strainhog, yeah. With a nice... Yeah, we've got quite a lot of blackstone roofs down here, so... We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Now, it's got a bit of a nice overhang on it, which I do like about these sorts of builds. So I'm going to do that there. And this one seems to be that one there. So unless we double up in the middle, you are going to get a slight difference on the sides. Unless, I don't know. Looks awesome. Blackstone roof would fit it well. Yeah. Should we go for it? It does seem like there needs to be like a sort of white ridge in the middle to offset even more, but I think we've done that with our quartz there. Not our quartz, sorry. The other block that I was using. The non-quartzy block. The sandstone. So, I'm going to get this blackstone on here, see how this looks. But I can tell it's got like a nice terracotta ridge on it. So, maybe brick or maybe granite. Let's have a quick look, see which one looks better. Compulsory hello Carter, good evening, how's it going? It's been a while since you've been on the stream, isn't it? I made you a mod and then you ran to the hills. I know you've been pretty busy lately, so don't you worry. Your absence is noted, but it's missed. It has been a long time actually since you popped in. For this build, because it is what I'm going to call an Italianate build of some description, I am going to overhang it. Now that should look okay. I think that blackstone actually really sets that building off. Compulsory reply. Yeah, I think that looks good. Is that so? So how have you been then, Carter? I see you built something, or you were attempted or started to build a nice a huge hotel in your town. Seems to be going quite well. Hopefully, in October's edition of the server update, you will feature this time. Make sure it's not too overpowering. Do you guys think bricks, or should we try it with granite and see what that looks like? What do we use over there? Not granite. What do we use over there? Also not granite. Right. Answers in chat. Granite or brick? Or a bit of both. Should we mix and match? Seems a bit extreme. I think I like the softer pink of this one, but it doesn't quite have the redness that we need. Oh, I don't know. Granite, yeah. I don't like the brick texture as such as a detailing block. It always seems a bit odd. Yeah, if only we had like a nice terracotta slab or something like that, that would work really well. Granite all day, granite all day. There we go. That's why I love having you guys around. You just answer those quick questions that I always have in my mind. Too busy sometimes. It does, especially with the actual blackstone, which again does look busy. But hey, busy builds are what I like to do. And then 4 chimneys. 4 chimneys. I think it's getting there. I can tell the building in the original one is slightly skinnier. But I think if we get the chimneys on there, it'll pull it all up and we get a better height, a better ratio on that there. But you know how it goes with this. Never looks good until you get the final blocks on the roof and you get your final idea about it. Ooh, terracotta and concrete slab stairs would be incredible. They really, really would. We do need a building update for this game. Far, far too much has been put on to the whole survival aspect of the Minecrafts. But I do believe there is a downright hatred towards us creative players. I, for one, no, I don't know what I'm going on about now. Getting all revolutionary here. Good evening, one and all. The long-awaited stream. Yes, welcome back. A week. I know. Yes, I'm sorry. It's been a long old week for myself as well. It wasn't an intentional lack of streams. It was just, unfortunately, life got in the way, and the work just had to be done. So we are back, and we are swinging. So tonight, I'm trying to get this place built before I succumb to not wanting to build anymore. But I did promise you guys I would probably pop on Europa at some point tonight. Well, we're about an hour, 10 minutes in. Should probably go for a break in a bit, but we'll try and crack on with this as far as we can go. Got me all dizzy there. Okay, right. Gonna fill this up. I haven't quite decided how long I want to make this build. I know it's a square. Not square. It is a rectangle. So let me have a look on the Google Maps. I know also it has a flattish roof on the top. Another telltale sign of the old Victorian ways. Yeah, so it is longer at the front than it is at the sides. Perfect stuff. It's got a little bit flat roof on the top. So currently, we come back over here. We are at 26 that way. I reckon we could probably get away with putting it down to about... It's probably not half, is it? So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, it probably would be about 15, wouldn't it? But that needs to be even. Is that my calculations are correct? Yeah, I think so. Oh, I do apologise. My finger slipped. So, a lot of people ask me again how I build roofs, and my answer is it's just a feeling, but that's not something I can quantify into a video, so I'm going to have to work out how I build my roofs, and I can't just use the excuse that it's a feeling. Okay, that's cool. That's possibly, yeah, that could be going to a nice little bit of a flat roof there. Perfect. So from the picture below, I'm going to use a bit more of this sort of motif again. I really am liking that. I think that looks nice. It's definitely come out a bit better than I was anticipating at first, which is always good. Well, that roof seems to have... I don't know what you're on about, Carter. Fill the blocks. Be one with the slabs, my young Padawan. That's my best answer for a lot of stuff. I do find it hard to explain to people that, for me, building is just a feeling. It's never intentional, a lot of it. It is artwork. It is just a case of being one with the blocks. The blocks are with me. It's a nice little bit of texturing, I think. You make roofs look so easy. Yeah, but trust me, they're not. Like, I think I should bring this out. If we look at the image, I'm going for that sort of crinkly sort of tin look on the top. Like it's got... I think what I want to do is possibly extend Omatica this bit here by 2 blocks. Move 1, 2, no, move to right. It's too much. Three's way too much. The answer was meant to be 1, but sure. Make it odd one side and even the other. You drive a hard bargain, don't you? What do you think of that little pattern there? You can see what I'm going for. I don't know if I executed that very well. But yeah, what a treat it must be for you guys to actually see me building for once. As opposed to just faffing about. Yeah, I'm not 100% on that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do instead. We'll give it a bit of depth by offsetting it by 1 down here, and I reckon just texturing it with a bit of stone brick as well. Make it feel like it's got a bit of tiling on there, but not too much. So in my in some of my tutorials I've done, I have been moaned at for making my roofs. It's still shock and awe at this point. I've been moaned at making my roofs not what's the word I'm looking for? I'm too confusing with my roofs. So yeah, I'm gonna have to explain how to do roofs a bit better, aren't I? Yes. I think we've got something. It's probably not what we wanted, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So what does need to happen now is the old chimneys need to go in. So I'm going to put one here. Now they need to bring this build together, so they're going to have to be quite high. If you look at that, you can see they are fairly tall. They probably stick above the ridge, which is kind of where we're going with this one. Now, for chimneys, you all know how I do my chimneys. They are disgusting and nobody likes doing them, but for me, I love them. Using anvils, clonking them down like that, really just brings me satisfaction. And you know what? I've never ever been disappointed with an anvil chimney. Now, what we could do is we could mix and match a little bit. It's really hard to get that shape of a chimney using stairs. I find it's disgusting. They look great, thank you. Like if you do that, oof, no, ooh, it works on some builds, but not on this place. Look at that, awful. So it's really hard to get a little bit of depth in there. You could use, fences wouldn't work. What I'm trying to think of is maybe some signs just to give it a little bit of a little bit of width around the top. I don't know. You used any campfires in chimneys beneath the anvils or the covered trapdoors? Trapdoors maybe. Trapdoors never work. Don't know if that works. Haven't done it in ages. I've done a few campfire chimneys, but to be perfectly honest with you, I don't like campfires in the sense of they don't sit well on the server. You can see them for miles and miles around. I mean, I have done some chimneys like that here. They don't look terrible, do they? He says, looking at them going, those ones work because that's a bigger building, and that's definitely more Italianate. Have I put any campfires in here? No, not really. See, that building there, I really do like how that turned out in the end. And I've done, yeah, I've done the coin stones on the side like that. Yeah, no, I don't think I have actually. I think I've made that a conscious effort not to. On the diagonal they look great. Yeah, I think they do. I think it's because the diagonal just works that way. Not really sure. Bridge Street's starting to come together really nicely. Not gonna lie, I like that. I do like that. basic, it's simple, but it works. The proportions are there, I do think. And that chimney with a little bit of fence around it, a little bit of sign around it. No. Don't know if it's taking or adding anything to it. Maybe taking, but we'll run with it. Now, what I did do over on those builds is I added a bit of texturing to the roof. I just did it in the form of adding, you know, some blanker bits of blackstone. Just a polished variant. I don't know if it worked. I don't know if it made it look good. We're going to go through and give it a little bit of texturing now. Give it a little bit of detailing, just to bring it to life a little bit. Draws your eye to it, but doesn't take away too much, I don't think. Is there a ridge line on it? Can we see from this image? So yeah, as you all know, I'm still practicing in my arts and crafts here. No, there isn't. That's why it's looking odd. It hasn't got that feature piece that's drawing your eye. Okay, it's looking good on the map over here. Anyway, let's get it on the other side. You can see how much time I spend just looking at things going, and all you'll want to see is just me build, but MS Builds is over there keeping the team alive. Right, flip that, the old right, paste that. Ooh. Ooh. That looks hideous. What have I done? There we go. I knew that was going to happen. Stupid door. Now, what I've done there is kind of intentional, kind of not. I've double stacked the middle bit. Do you think that works? It's not very deep build, is it? I think what I will do is I think I will bring it back one more block. I think it looks good. I say so. Cool. Oh, then that. Oh, first. Oh, yeah, that's hideous. Lol. Yeah. Then the change. We didn't want to look at the change from any distance. So what I'm just going to do here is possibly regret myself, but I am going to quickly just widen this out a little bit more again. I have a funny feeling it may look better if we put that round the top. That doesn't stop me from doing that. I do always like builds that have a nice little ridge around them. I know what's going on with this. It's all gone a bit on the Asian side, isn't it? Yeah. This is all that stream beats by the Harris Healer again. Is that too much granite? Be honest with me, guys. Is that too much granite? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, does it? I like how it draws your eye up to the top of the ridge, which is kind of what I wanted to go for. Okay, let's just finish this little bit off here. I think we're going to have to be one of these builds where I just go, right, we're done with it, we're good with it. We're wasting too much time worrying about whether the roof looks good in a certain light? The answer is no, of course not. We're building it in the north facing. It's never going to look good. So you know when you're a privileged Java player who has shaders and all of that, when you don't want to build nice looking buildings that you really love looking north? Because when you do that, you don't get the sun on it in the shaders. Yes, I'm just going to hand trim this tree back. So this whole street here, all my nice buildings just doesn't, yeah. I think from the aerial view, yes, but from the street level it works. I think that can be counteracted by maybe blending in, maybe putting that in there as that instead. But I think from street level it works fine. Do we dare look at it on there? Again, that doesn't look bad. That looks fine like that. I just think it's in game. It looks a bit. But yeah, so that's a that's a statement and a half. But you know what I mean. If you play on Java and you have shaders and you get to the point in a build where you're like, oh, I'm gonna look at this in shaders, and then you look at it in shaders and go, oh, it's north facing. Well, that's 5 hours worth of work ruined down the drain. And everyone's like, oh, this looks so good, and you're there like, yeah, but you can't see it. You can't see my masterpiece. I can only dream of such things currently. Oh no, what do you play on these days? Do you play on console? Yeah, but still, I don't like taking my build out of the world. Once it's in, it's in. Hang on, what did I type there? There we go. Bedrock, unfortunately. Hopefully Java next year. Next year? Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to exclaim that hard. It was just... It's only September. Right, let's get this little thing finished. And it's time to map out the garden. I do think there isn't enough space probably on the side there to... No, there should be enough space for another house. Don't know. I might move this one across a bit more. I think the big tree in the corner, I think the vicar needs his space. He needs that grandiose house. We'll put yeah, we're going to put buildings here, so the garden could probably swing round more. Yeah, that sounds good. Sorry, I went all made in Chelsea there. Won't be too long. 3 months and more, and then we're done with this curse. Unfortunately, I don't believe that 2021 is going to be much better, but we can all live in hope. I unfortunately am very, very pessimistic man anyway. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. I do love a house with all the chimneys on. Something you really, really notice when you look at old buildings compared to new ones, especially when they've been designed to look like an old build, and you look at it and go, hang on, there's no chimneys on it, what's going on here? And then everyone has to sit you down and calm you down while you're on the pavement crying so hard. There we go. That's not right, is it? No. No, you can see that's not right because it's not right. Yes, well done. Why did you think standing that far back from the door you copied it from was going to work? Ah. Now, I'm going to have to copy it again. I have no idea where I copied it from. Flip that to the R. Move one over. I need a break. And then paste. Hopefully. That looks good. New Year countdown happens. Yep. Happy. Yeah. Oh God. What a beautiful day. Looks out the window to a mass grave. Some cholera outbreak. Ah, what a lovely. Oh. Oh yeah. Good morning. Has no one cleared this mess up yet? No, sir. They're still just midway through being buried. It's been a month now. The people burying it ended up with cholera themselves. Oh. I guess we should have put better toilets in there. We'll double it up there, I think. He says, well, clearly not going to double it up there, are you? What do you mean like that? Bit of a feature piece. Bit of a centerpiece. I don't mind that. I like it. I just woke up. No, yeah, I'm fascinated about the first. Yeah. But I'm just as pessimistic as you are. I think a lot of people who join my streams here are on the same level as me, psychologically, mentally. We are all just waiting for that inevitable end, which does come eventually. Welcome to the streams. Currently talking about the death of everything. We like to flick between subjects on here. Nothing's too touchy for us. So that is where we're putting wall. Yeah, like that. There we go. Oh dear. That's clearly not 4 wide, is it? Did you want it 2 wide? What did you want it? You just sort of put blocks down and then exclaimed in a northern accent terribly about something. There we go. That'll work like that. What's this? I just woke up and feel horrible because I've just survived whatever sickness I had yesterday. Oh, wow. I mean, that was pretty much the same place I was this morning. There needs to be a space in the back of the Vicar's greenhouse with a prize-winning melon. Ah, perfect idea. Yes. Bring out the dead bell rings, yep. Who are you calling mentally deficient? Oh, defective. Defective? I don't know if I've said that right. Right, let's build a little path back here. I'm going to set that to 1 and 1.5. A bad batch. Oh yeah, there we go. Defective, not deficient. Yeah, we'll do. Should we do it on brand or should we do it per house? Would it make more sense to make it out of red brick, similar to the church? Might help offset it a little bit, even though you were moaning about having too much brick here. God, you moan. Oh, Dweebs has joined. Good evening. I want to die by being sucked into black hole. That'd be epic. That would be, yeah. Fruit, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Even marrying houses. Well. So I forgot to ask in Discord earlier, what kind of game is E4? It's a grand strategy game where we are playing as the country of Whiteberg, taking over the world from the year 1444 on to the year 1812. It's always a good bit of fun, and if you guys wish to, I'll be streaming that in probably about, what is it now? Probably about 45 minutes. Get this house as far along as we can go, and then we'll crack on with that. At least I woke up. Oh, do I move that dune one? So what I'm tempted to do is have a. I mean, the vicar needs to be seen by his entourage. He is the Pope after all. I think that needs to goo one back like that. But yeah, so anyway, you need to go now, get some sleep before round 2 of school. Oh yes, okay, well, good luck with that. Never as sense as I thought here, and the vicar and his entourage. Yeah, it's the it's the guys that make the jams most of the days. You know who I mean. Lots of big hair in the sense of they've had a perm recently. It's that sort of entourage. The yeah, the older women who like to follow the vicar around his daily duties around town, or it's just, you know, the occasional holy devout. What do you guys think of this wall anyway? Is it too much? I think it takes away. I think it brings as well. I think it helps offset the creaminess, which is quite nice. We need a name for his entourage now. The holy devout pimp. Yeah, we'll allow that. Did you not know the Church of England isn't really all too churchy? The red does help. It fits. Yes, it does, doesn't it? What will fit even nicer, I think, is when we get a bush behind it. Always looks better with a bush. So we'll just move on quickly from that sentence. And yeah, it's the new Pig Step, isn't it? Yeah, the new album. The new album in the Minecrafts. Takes that out of context for future use, yeah. When the church doesn't church, excuse me. The church don't church, you know what I mean. It should maybe be evenly spaced. Don't like your tone. But I also do like your tone. I think what you've said was perfectly correct, and I was being rude. I apologise. Don't need such negativity. We've entered that part of the night now. It's always your fault, Z. You bring such good vibes that just cause me to I mean, that's as close as we're gonna get. That's 10. That's 9. That's all we can do. You always get me worked up. And it's at this point the wall goes up one. Bring it up. But yeah, it's been quite a good little stream tonight so far. We've got quite a few people who have just been lurking about, which is always handy. Love a good lurk. I just blue screen. Yes, you do. I don't know why. You just seem to comment the correct things. For one, I'm usually thinking, and it suddenly goes, "Oh God, I better say that." Now, what I would love to do, if I had the mental capacity, would be to build a lovely greenhouse in here for all to see the vicar's marrows. Well, you can see when he's growing his next level, the next batch of courgettes. The vicar's courgettes. So the house is, yeah, kind of need to work out how we're going to do this. I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a retaining wall here. So there's going to be another house sitting probably there. The vicar's house, squeeze me. Have you come to see Vicar's Marrow today? I don't know how to answer that question. I thought he was a man of God. Well, he's a man of many things. That's not. I don't know where this conversation's going. How much you miss Harold? Oh yes, how is Harold these days? Dead still. Irish Ivan, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay, yes, the vicar can have his marrow patch here. There's also going to be a smallish garden out this way. We've got it, friends, never fear. Harold is dead. Oh. Rest in pieces. Streaming, but okay. So what I'm going to do here is just build up a sort of garden wall. It's going to be fairly high, so no one can look into the vicar while he's with his entourage. You never really know what they're up to. And the other thing is, you don't really want to know what they're up to. It's all a lot of... I'm not going to say it. I was going to say God bothering, but that's probably going to get me banned from Twitch. Right, so this tree is the boundary for a lot of things, including this fence line here. I think we'll carry on this little motif we have going on. Gazelle, hello, good evening, how's it going? Lovely stuff. In the bathroom he attacked me. What? The vicar? This has taken a turn. I was only talking about him and his entourage. You should put milk truck and some boxes at the end of the house. Oh god. What, turn it into a... have you guys watched Father Ted? I'm thinking of the milkman from there now. Good morning, Father. It all gets a bit much. Milkmans are... yeah, they're quite promiscuous beings, apparently. Deposits his milk round. Oh dear. Oh, that episode's probably one of my favourite, when he's got to drive the milk float at no more than 5 miles an hour constantly everywhere. Or else the bomb will go off. Perfect stuff. I think this is going to look good. So... yeah, so that behind there can now be backfilled up against it. We've got a bit of a retaining wall. Lovely stuff. And then that garden, yeah, there's going to be a smallish house in there with a smallish garden. And then next to that one's going to be a longer garden down to there, and same there. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this area. I may just leave it as open shrubland, give it a nice little bit of texture, give it a nice bit of interestingness. Water is such a good flavour of water. Now, you aren't half wrong there. But you aren't, yeah. Context is a powerful thing, but we don't really require it on these streams. We should probably just put a subtitle on here as town building, and then no context chat, where phrases are just uttered at the first instance of being thought of. I think that works quite nicely. Uttering phrases. It is hard to argue with assessment. I do understand your points on that, and you have a very valid point. I just don't wish to see it. I can see your point. Well, it's this new skirt. It rocks up very easily. Oh no, that's it. It's these new trousers. They rock up very easily. Oh. You don't mean the vegetables. I mean, it would be extremely accurate subtitle. Yes, it would. Join this stream thinking you're going to be watching a man play some Minecraft for a few hours. Leave the stream not really knowing what you've watched, but also not knowing whether he's built anything or not. The days just fly by with me as well. Like, I don't know where most of my working day goes, and it doesn't go to just talking nonsense because I'm usually sat here by myself. So it's just one of those things, really. Right, now a greenhouse would be a lovely idea. I'm trying to think of how to do it. Now, obviously, most of you guys probably watched the Hermitcrafts, and you've seen Green's little greenhouse barge. That's kind of what I got in my head for this, but I don't know if that would work very well. Playing Minecraft, but chat says random things. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Joins the Minecraft. Lee's asking if I need to report this man's health. I mean, yeah. People would question if I've even been drinking. I have not. I don't drink on a Monday night. That's absurd. Right, so this level here changes up. We're going to have a nice little path up through there as well. So you can go from front and garden to back. What have we got in here? There you go, nice little path, and then you get to a set of stairs. We're probably going for slabs because they always look a bit nicer than stairs. And we're probably just going to build ourselves a little instep like that, up like that. Actually, let's move it back one so it's got a bit of protection from the wind. You never know when you're going to be walking up this stair and suddenly an albatross is going to drop on you. And yeah, at least that way you've got a bit of protection there. Same here again. Everyone is different shades of crazy, although some are more than others. Are you going to make any channel point rewards? We've got some... I think we've got some emotes now. I don't know if they've been approved or not. I did put some emotes in here. That's the thing, I need to have a proper look. Because I did actually put some emotes. We got some made. We got the ones, they're actually in Discord as well. But I don't know. I don't know if I can use them. Have we got any subs in the chat? Top channel rewards should be one-to-one conversations. Watch your own head melt. You're a big boy now. Ooh. But yeah, so let's do this. I'm going to use a mixture of that and that. So I've definitely got a style I like to use in my gardens now. I don't know if it's the best style, I don't know if it's the worst style, but it is a style, and that's usually andesite everything. I just like andesite, I think it looks good. He says that pulling out a piece of wool instead of andesite, although that offsets it quite nicely. So we've got a little bit of garden change over there, and that takes you round into there. I'm trying to think how we get this back bit up. Maybe a... ooh. So the vicar is quite the green-fingered man. He enjoys... I'm not going to say the next word, I was going to say that. But it's not Twitch appropriate, nor anyone appropriate, but he enjoys gardening, let's say. And he has quite a landscaped garden. When grey is colour. When in day, grey out. I never know anymore these days because I always get told to correct it by the internet. I'm never sure which word it is. Right, what we're going to do here is extend this back bit down, possibly 15 blocks, if not less. That definitely looks a bit less. Let's go for 10. Now, this is the little lavatorium. No, it's not. It's the kitchen area. And it's just going to have a small hipped roof on it. That's 6. I'll go for 7 like that. And I'll probably also get another section out like this. And have that come up to about there. Just helps break it up a little bit. Maybe even a smaller section off the back like this. And that actually can be the toilet, because Victorian houses and that tend to have the toilet outside. So you wander in there and go for your thingy-mabobs. Hey, I'm late. Well, Rolt, you aren't too late. Good evening, random. How are you doing? Grey, I have British bias. Yeah, it's definitely the one with the E. What is it on Minecraft? Never tell. G-A-Y. No, it. Oh no, it is G-A. Yeah. Okay. I always go with grey as in G-A-E. I just posted that first vid when I toured. It was a bit difficult at first, but I'm getting used to it. Oh right, so this is your when you rebuilt Dreams' church. I see. Yes, I haven't watched it yet, unfortunately. But I did see it over on the Twitters. Okay, what I'm going to do is build that out of that. I think it's the other way around. Don't fact check me, okay. Yeah, I think the other way, yeah, makes more sense. Also, it's colour, not colour. Yeah, there's a U in it, please, sir. How dare you come into my chat and start messing me about. Tuts. Tuts in British. It's not colour. It's colour. And flavour. That's not how you spell flavour. What is funny is that a lot of words that are seen as American actually originate in Britain. I will speak communism. What? There we go. We shall speak it. It is our language. Right, that's your Portaloo. Although I would not probably set foot here for a little while. What have we got? We got a couple of selections of blocks there. Now, there we go. That's all you've got. Now we'll put a bit of covering around it. He is the vicar after all, and his entourage do need to use said toilet sometimes. Hey, that doesn't look half bad, does it? You know, we'll put a few little amenities out here. You can have something for your bog roll, and maybe the brush down there. You just use the same block twice. You can also have, I don't know, a little button to press when you're done. This is a non-flushing toilet. I should have slept longer. You've gone all communism. What's going on there? For a moment, you look like Brad Pitt. What did I drink? What? I have a question. Wild West cities and towns, are they all built in Desert Mesa or yeah, they would definitely had plains and forests and that. Have you not played Red Dead 2? Right, let's carry that on round. Nope. Well, that's always the best place for a bit of inspiration when it comes to Wild West towns and the likes. Yeah, they definitely had forests and jungles. Not jungles. Sort of snowy biomes and that. But the typical what you expect to see if you're looking up for Wild West, obviously, is you know, the usual Western with the very basic palette of mesas and deserts. Oh, he's pulled the old switcheroo there. Oh. I feel like that roof's just a little bit on the I haven't really ever seen an outhouse, but I'm building one from memory, if that makes sense. When I was at university, the house I lived in actually had an outhouse, but obviously it wasn't in use anymore, but the toilet was still out there, and that's where we kept our bins. It was a bit on the weird side. I mean, that could all move down a couple of blocks, maybe one block. Might work. It looks alright. Well, we're all commies apparently. How are you doing today? So if I wanted to start a project, yeah, I don't see why not. I think you would struggle to sell the idea as Wild West straight away, because people will go, well, this isn't a desert, and then suddenly kick off in the chat because they can't quite handle something not being what they expected to find. But I think go for it. Let's see how it turns out. That's a very, very weird little... I don't like that. I like that a little bit more. And what we could put there is a little stink pipe. There we go. But you're letting the elements in. Oh yeah, that is true. Sorry for the ping on Insta. Recently new to it, so... Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. Maybe full slabs and full blocks. Yeah, I'm not keen on the old stairs there. I'm just... this is one of those builds that you just aren't going to ever properly get done. It's just one of these horrible, horrible small little builds that detail just doesn't work with. So it is what it is. It's not going to lose me any sleep. It's not going to lose me any creator points. It is literally just the outhouse of a vicar's house. Yes, the stink pipe. I can now game. Excellent stuff. Right, let's get this wall up. So this is only going to be a one-story extension. Now we need to find out where the one-story ends. God, I've done 2 hours without taking a break. What's wrong with me? Usually I'm first hour in, need to take a quick drink break, but I haven't really felt the urge today. I think it's because I've been quite engaged with what's been going on, to be honest. And now I'm just thinking. So I like it when we've got a tree we got to build around, because obviously this tree's been here either longer or as long as the build. So it's all grown into it quite nicely. Good evening, Fluffy Snell. How's you going? Just missed us all that much. Yes, definitely. Use buttons as detail. Help. Need help detailing the toilet. No, buttons where? I honestly don't think this build needs detail. I think it just needs to exist, and it just needs to sit here in the back of this garden. I think, as we all know, over-detailing annoys me, so... I know, he's come on to detail the toilet. Leave my toilet alone. Thinking, what's that? I don't know. No. Why? That's over detailing in my mind. You know how funny I get with that. Over detailing, yeah. Oh no, yeah, that's fine. Put a bit of quartz in there. No, nay bother with that one. Places button too much detail. Well, in my eyes, it is. I'm very, very, very picky. Oh yeah, a little window will do. That would look nice actually. Any news? Any news on what? Just having a little build. Up or downstairs, over the door, creates a small wall section. There we go. Little window, little moon-shaped window. Come in here, sit on this, gaze out yonder. Oh, I've fallen in. Help! I've fallen. Yeah, it's not a pretty sight in here. Where's the bulk roll holder gone? Please don't get naked again. Oh. We'll come back here one day. You'll find me in the vicar's toilet. Oh god, what a sight that would be. Oh yeah, speedo skin for the server update. Yeah. Yes, that was a beautiful, beautiful skin. I'm so happy it happened. Connection is really bad. I'm gonna try restart. Oh, okay, man. We got enough action last month. Yeah, I've been told not to wear it on the server by popular demand. That's a lie. I've literally gonna be wearing it all day, every day. I did start today with it on. Not on the stream, I just came on the server and I was like, oh, I'm still wearing it. Yes, LMFAO, that's exactly the idea I was going for. 2010, 2012, perfect age, perfect year for that sort of stuff to go on. I thought it was great. Boom. You still in that toilet? It's not a flushing toilet, by the way, but okay. It's very much just as God intended it. Toilet paper. Oh, perfect, perfect little stuff. All right. Let's get this wall up. This wall will obviously change a little bit because it's going to be an inside wall as well. So it's that. Good times, simpler times. Yes, definitely was. Very simpler times. Still at school. Right, we will put the... Yes, we will here. He builds it, but not in the correct space. I love how I do go third person these days. I don't know why it happens, but it just helps me commentate on what's going on. Also just exposes my mental state, currently dwindling more and more each day. Been wearing my backup glasses for about 2 years. The amount of damage I've done to these surprises me. Backup glasses? I think at that point they become your permanent glasses, do they not? Now I'm tempted. Maybe put a chimney breast in on these chimneys. Give it a bit of extra depth on the side. Hello, what have you got here for me? Oi! What are you trying to send me? I'm not going to type that in, am I? Is keeping Jack topical not a concept in this stream? What? I was going to say, I please do. No, you send me the link. Keeping chat topical is something we don't do here. And yeah, I knew what you were taking me to, which is why I wasn't going to show it on stream. We don't actually discuss the game here at all. Minecraft isn't really what we're doing. We are actually just playing with... No, I'm not going to say that. Someone threw a basketball. Yeah, it's now 3-0, and I don't know how I keep falling for it. If it's topical, then something's usually gone wrong. Like, honestly, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Ooh, that's an idea. As always, I like to build small little patios. Now, this patio is going to be... Ooh. Decorated with anvils. A bit of grey again. I like the grey. Let's get some grey out. Start that conversation off again. And then in there, it's going to be a little step down. So I've never been to a vicarage. I don't see why I should have gone to a vicarage, but just had to put that out there. So I don't intend to know exactly what's in a vicarage. If any of you are vicars, I apologise profusely. But if you aren't, then maybe let me know if you've ever been to a vicarage, stepped foot in one, been part of the vicar's entourage, that sort of thing. But still, for me, I have never been. My dad's a vicar. I live in an old vicarage. I feel like all of these comments are fake right now. There's no way that all of you could be something to do with a vicar. But we'll go with it. I'll take the bait. So, does your dad have an entourage? No, not a joke, I promise. Okay, well, my question stands. Does your dad have an entourage that follows him around? I can't get over the vicar's entourage. No, I don't think the vicar can either. Oh, man. Yes, I'm serious. I live in an old vicarage. Oh, cool. Does it look like this? No, probably not. Probably doesn't have a little room with a stink house in it. Right. Where would be the floors? Let's fill this in with some wood. I'm going to go for some nice dark oak floors here. Always like a nice dark oak floor. We're probably going to put this in here. I'm a vicar and you love it. Yeah, this is what I should do. I should revive that gone career for those guys. And just give them ideas of being vicars in Speedos. Running around with an entourage. I don't know what they're missing out on. Right, we're going to put a smallish window in there. And by smallish, I mean a 1x2 or 1x3. Probably 1x2 if we're looking at this. That's the height we want it. What do we do around here with these windows? Huh? Oh, we did that. Do you remember Lonely Island? Yes, of course I remember Lonely Island. I mean, they were perfect. Their Whack album was whack. It was good. It was a good album. Nice larger window in here. And yeah, that was perfect. I loved that. So this extension at the back, yes. What is an entourage? Forgive my ignorance. Okay, I was using it more in the terms of it being a select group of people who would follow the vicar around like a bunch of groupies. That was kind of my idea of an entourage. So I do apologise if anyone else was not thinking of a vicar being followed around by jam making grannies, but that's my take on it. I'm probably going to get some dislikes in this video again, through my sheer ignorance of how vicars work. This needs to be the same height, I would say. Yeah, exactly. Hype men for a rapper, or, you know, just anyone that would follow anyone around being part of their squad, part of their team. No, I preferred it when it was that lower down. I also preferred it without anything above it. Man, I make boring builds, don't I? It's just me. Do you know what? I don't know if anyone's in the comments here is part of my secrets group. Rayfan, you maybe. But there was a comment I got on that big old town tutorial I did. And the guy let it rip into me because my back of my building was nowhere near as beautiful as the front. And I kind of went, I'm sorry, but what? Why are you having a go at me about this? Backs of buildings are never as interesting as the front. Who are you? Right, I am going to try and use the same motif here as we've done on the main building. Who knows if it's going to work or not? I don't, but it should possibly. If that doesn't work, we might just go for a hipped roof. Or is it just the builders? It might be just the builders, yeah. I mean, the suits who follow Trump around would be a form of entourage, yes. But so would the jam wielding nannies. And the back of my house is pretty cool. Well, that's fair. But yeah, still, so I look at that as a challenge to say to him, look, my backs of buildings can be interesting, you fool. So I must live up to that. It was a full-on paragraph as well. It wasn't like just someone saying a couple of words and then running away, hiding, waiting for the response. It was a full-on, thought-out paragraph of how terrible I am and how I should go ruin my own life somewhere else. So, be that as it may, this poor man was trying to build a house that I built, and he couldn't because he still built it, I think. I really don't like people like that. Just don't like people in general, to be honest. What are we doing with this back of this roof? Yeah, I think hip's going to look nice, but I think we need to do a bit of a dirty one here. Move that one back. Oh. That didn't do what I wanted it to do, did it? Well, not all of it, okay. Yes, so at 10 o'clock I'll be switching over for an hour or so on Europa just to get that going for a bit again, because I do miss it. I need a little break from Minecraft every so often, and it'd be quite nice just to chill out for another hour or so before we go off to bed tonight. Because we're all collectively going to bed together, you know that. You are now my entourage. What's this going on? I remember the dislike because it's not survival friendly. You use cheats, yeah, that's it. I I mean, I wish real buildings looked good from every angle. Well, yeah, they can do. Vicar's Entourage, I just envision, the Shreddy's Nan from the advert is exactly what I'm thinking. We got a screen and like a hot tub, and then the forest that's practically broken. Yeah, well, we're going to put lots of trees in the back, yeah. Break from Minecraft. No such thing. I know, and you guys look at me like I'm a waste of space because I'm not on here all the time, but video creation takes it out of me, and I have to break away every so often. Okay, this is going to be a bit of an interesting roof. I hate feeling like I'm slow at building. He says, well, gonna take another hour off somewhere else. Oh, okay. How many cities has MS built today? I don't know. He's currently working on one. How many have you built today, MS Builds? But he gets in the zone. I seem to lack the zone these days. Huh. I think this may be okay. That don't look too bad. I'll take this. I'm gonna take this corner one out. I think that looks a bit off. Only 7 houses today. Hey, I've built one so far. Yeah. We do not look at you any less because you're not on 24 hours. Look at the people because they're on. Yeah. Seems slightly backhanded there. Yeah. Hey, if you got the drive and got the motivation for it, go for it. It's not that I lack it, it's just I lack the time. I'm quite intrigued by this build so far. It's definitely got something going on with it. The granite works quite nicely with the offsetting of the roof. When we look at the front now, that looks really fancy, I like that. I think that's turned out really well. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I like that. So what I'm going to do now, you can probably tell, is going to take a quick little break. Then when I get back, we're going to sort out switching over to the other game. So if you wish to stay, that's fine. If you don't, no worries. We'll carry on some building on Minecraft tomorrow evening. I just wanted to get this out of the way because I have promised it for a little while. But yeah, so far tonight, we've built, wait for it, that. So let's take a quick little look at it in shaders, shall we? I'm not going to lie, I think it's a solid build. That's definitely one you can try in survival, for sure. There is nothing there out of the ordinary. This building is perfect for you if you wish to build in survival without using any cheats, as we call them. Because they aren't actually cheats, they're just part of the Java game you can't use because you play Bedrock. Anyway, I'm not bitter or twisted or anything like that. Is it Dock Lane time? 80% of it. Hey, the building's done. Do you do interiors? Not on every build I build, no. I can't possibly. If you see how slow I am at building houses, I'm never going to build anything. I do the occasional tutorial interior if I have to. If I have to, like it's a begrudging. No, unfortunately I don't put enough time into my schedule to be able to do the interiors as well, unfortunately. I'm not regular at them, and the times I have done my tutorials, people have bullied me about them, so yeah. Want to kick me down any harder there? Hey, I don't blame you. you're here watching me, so that's good enough. Is it Dock Lane time? Yeah, I think so. Haters just mean fans. I mean, they keep coming back. I'm really happy with that. I think that's turned out how I wanted it to. The proportions are nice. Just needs a bit of detailing on the side. Get some branches up there. And yeah, it just helps offset the street. Got lots of nice little standalone buildings along it. I think that looks really good. Put some trees on the end, this little garden. Finish that up next time. Then opposite, we can get the church in there. Got some homework to do. Had a great stream. See you later. No worry. Ruining my vibes. Oh man, I'm not ruining your vibes. I love having you here. It's good fun. Right. You know what time of night it is. You know what we got to do before we leave Minecraft. Oh. And that is travel over hinder and over hill to the lands of the best houses in town. Do you know, I feel so I feel so bad that I did this last time and then just went, yeah, let's leave it where it is. Let's not touch it again. Let's not fix it. Let's just ruin it. You are the vibe. You are my entourage. But this is where all the life is. Oh, come on, just every week, every stream, you literally have me. Oh. We need some better vibey music. Oh. I mean, I wish I could build more houses like these. I feel like I've given up now. Let's stand in this corner over here and cry for a little bit. I don't know, guys. I love it. I love building so much, but I feel like I just can't fulfill everyone's needs with it. But hey, it's good fun. And then wait for it. Oh, let's come sit in some wicker chairs for a bit. Stare at Oos. What is that inside? That was a beacon. You just killed my vibe, man. What? We just vibing. We just chilling. Although the copyright is time for Inception. What? Right, I think that's time for us to leave Dock Lane. We've vibed enough here today. I do love these builds as well. See, this is another way of doing like bay windows. You can offset the window to the back and bring out the... Ooh, should we go see if that works? Brick houses. We always come back down this side road as we leave. Something from Interstellar. Yeah. Or Exogenesis Part 1 by Muse. That's always a good vibing, atmospherical one. But again, that would be very much... Look at this. Look at this mess. Look at this. I am not a very good builder sometimes. But hey, let's get back over to where we were. And what's that? You've made a clip, have you? Is that me crying under a tree saying how I'm bad at this game? I need to finish those. But yeah, look at it. It's a nice little addition. Not going to lie, I enjoyed building that. After our false starts, I think it turned out nicely. Cool. Right, I'm going to head off for a quick break. Like I said, when I get back, we'll start up the other game. So don't feel like you have to stay, but see how it is. I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Okay, so just waiting for the game to load up. But yeah, guys, so you can see on screen, I've actually added a follower sort of goal. Now, for me, it'd be quite nice to reach 500 followers by maybe October time. I've set that as the 31st of October just as a little placeholder for that. But that'd be quite nice to do. I reckon we can do it. If I keep streaming every couple of days, why not? Now, I know it's obviously a change of schedule from what we have been doing, but we can always get over that. We'll sort ourselves out and that. Let me know if the music's too loud. We're going to play some game music through here.